In the emergency business, we take pride in the fact that we are continuously prepared to respond to a wide range of emergencies that threaten both life and property. In any given month, members of your Tampa Fire Department are busy with responses to several exceptional and newsworthy events. These have included a migrant worker who was trapped under train rails and took 4 hours to extricate, the horrible multiple shootings at the Rocky Point office tower, and the unprecedented number of trapped and injured fire victims that have been rescued. During many emergencies, there are stories of firefighters and paramedics giving their individual best effort. At some of these emergency scenes, it was the unrelenting efforts of the firefighters that made the difference as to whether or not the trapped or injured person survived their ordeal. To recognize the outstanding efforts of your local firefighters, a list of awards was placed into Section 309 of the Tampa Fire Department Rules and Regulations. These awards may be presented to deserving fire department personnel and civilians, and they are medals and certificates that recognize the various levels of risk involved with the rescue. The Fire Department Awards Review Board was established to decide which level of award would be given to any particular situation. The awards process basically works this way. First, firefighting personnel either witness or gain knowledge of an extraordinary effort at an emergency scene. If the incident involved the heroic actions of a non-firefighter, as much information as possible is gathered at the scene. After the emergency is resolved, the firefighter or fire officer then writes a memo or completes the appropriate TFD form detailing the incident and forwards it to the Awards Review Board. About once a month, the 9 members of the Awards Review Board meet to discuss the various incidents submitted. At this meeting, the members can designate an award based on the information presented or hold the information and request more details. The awards are given at the discretion of the Awards Review Board. Meritorious type awards are not the only kind available. For civilians, there are several service awards. These service awards recognize civilians who have assisted the fire department by providing support services, such as volunteering to operate the mobile canteen truck, providing videography services at emergency scenes. There are also certificates of merits for organizations who have unselfishly assisted the fire department throughout the year. Each year, the Awards Review Board has the honor and the challenge of selecting the Tampa Firefighter of the Year. Each year, fire officers submit about 4 nominees to be considered for this honor. To be a Firefighter of the Year, the nominee does not have to be involved with any particularly perilous rescue effort. A firefighter who regularly does a good job can be nominated. The Awards Review Board has a very difficult job narrowing down the selection to just one person because of the wide range of accomplishments each nominee may have been involved with. These can be job-related or off-duty activities. With me in the studio today are past Firefighter of the Year award winners, Captain Jerry Campbell and Firefighter Nic Locicero. Captain Campbell, let me start with you. How long have you been a member of the Tampa Fire Department, and where are you currently working at?
26 years, and I'm working in North Tampa, Tampa Palms. It's a new station out there between Hunters Green and Tampa Palms area.
What type of responsibilities do you all have out there at Tampa Palms?
Well, it's a big territory. We have four trucks, two fire trucks and 2 tanks and a rescue boat. Got 4 personnel, 2 paramedics, a driver engineer, and myself. And that's. I
understand also you provide ALS paramedic service out there on the fire truck?
Yes, sir. That's a program we have out there, first responder. And it's working out real well.
Firefighter Locicero, where are you currently stationed at? How long have you been with the Tampa Fire Department?
I've been with Tampa Fire Department for 7 years now, and I'm currently at Station 13, which is across the street from Busch Gardens.
Very good. Captain Campbell, now I want to read something here. You were awarded Firefighter of the Year for your many years of service to the fire department. Can you briefly tell us what it takes to maintain, now I'm going to quote the award, an attitude and composure and leadership that is admired by all on the Tampa Fire Department?
Well, I consider the fire department as my family. When I came on, I had good officers and good firefighters that helped me along the way, and I kind of get flashbacks on it, you know, and I'll pick out things I think they would do or have done at the scenes, and that's a little bit of seniority there, you know. It's helped me a lot, and everything I've done, it's been more or less imitated. You know.
And Firefighter Locicero, your award was for a part you played in rescuing a trapped person from a burning truck. I understand you were there by yourself for a while. What was the situation there?
Well, actually, when the incident occurred, I was stationed in Ybor City, Tampa Fire Station number 4. And that station has a reputation for being quite busy, and not unlike any other day, it was a busy morning. Just so happened that the engine company was already committed to a structure fire with the next adjoining engine company, so that the nearest 2 engines were already committed at a fire. We were in the midst of doing station duties, and we get a call for a automobile accident versus bus not far from the station. So we responded, and when we got there, there were several people on the bus that were injured, and plus the driver of the truck was obviously injured when we arrived. There was smoke all around the engine compartment, and as soon as we got there, we happened to split up. My partner went to the bus, and I went to check the individual that was driving the truck that struck the bus. About that time, he started to verbalize that he felt a little bit of heat in the engine compartment and about his feet, and shortly thereafter a fire erupted. Being that the engine companies were tied up and we had help coming, but they were going to be a few minutes off, we got a fire extinguisher, and I knocked down the fire and was able to kind of hold it in check until the engine company arrived to give us some further support.
What made you want to become a firefighter, Nick?
Well, actually, it has been something I've always wanted to do ever since I could remember. And when I was in high school, I answered a questionnaire, and I started out in the Explorers, and started out as an explorer, actually, and that's what really piqued my interest in it.
Captain Campbell, let me ask you, you've been doing this sport for quite some time now. How does your family, especially your wife Loretta, who I just had the pleasure of meeting the other day, how does she cope with the idea that when you go to work in the morning, you're going to one of the most dangerous jobs in the country?
Well, I was lucky. I've been married 25 years and to Loretta, and I've got 26 years on, so she knew the fire service, what was involved with it, and through our training, and I'm the type that doesn't take problems home, you know, like we try to hide it, but she knows when I have a bad day. So, well, you know, my hat's off to any mother, girlfriend, wife of any firefighter, because I know that there should be an award for them too, you know. So that's
well, we were talking about you're going for 24 hours at a time,
right?
And Loretta's got to.
She's got to make do for 24 hours. Makes them self-sufficient, because it seems like all the crises has happened while you're at the station. And you know what's involved with that.
The water heater breaks, the roof leaks.
Yeah, the dog got out. You know, but that's that and the holidays.
What do you mean?
You're going to work one of them. You know, with a rotating shift the way we have, and that's what you got to overcome. But it's like I say, I've been here 26 years, and we're a fire department family.
Good deal. Firefighter Locicero, just for those maybe who don't know, there's a lot of training and initial training, ongoing training that occurs for the modern firefighter. It's not just a matter of pulling hoses anymore. Could you give us an idea what type of training has gone in preparing you to be both firefighter, paramedic, and the other things that you do?
Well, prior to becoming hired with the City of Tampa, I had already gone through basic training at the Fire Academy that I acquired on my own, and that's basically now 320 hours of training before you can get a job anywhere. And I had also completed EMT school, prior to being hired, which is you're dedicating yourself to probably about 4 months of additional schooling with EMT alone. Once I got hired with the fire department, I then pursued the paramedic field, and that was about a 6-month course, 40 hours a week that they put us through. So it was quite demanding. And after that, I've also gone through hazardous materials school, which is again another 160 hours. So it can be quite extensive. It's no longer a job that you know, people think that you can't go without training. It is a must, and it's something that you have to stay on top of.
Also, the college, and maybe I missed this point, the college also has an Associates of Science degree program for firefighting now. Are you involved with it?
Yes, I am. I'm very close to completing that, although it's been a long process. It's hard to keep going, but basically it revolves around some core classes that you must take, such as your English and your math, sociology and such. Then it gets into the fire science courses, which is can start out as easy as introduction to fire science and go right through pump operator class, aerial, hazardous materials, chemicals, chemistry class. So there's a whole host of them, and that can be a stepping stone in case you want to go on to a 4-year degree at possibility of going to the University of South Florida for a degree in public administration. So it's a pretty big step.
It sounds like a very good. Captain Campbell, we were talking before the show, you know, with 26 years of service, that's a quarter of a century. You've been around the fire
department. Yeah, I've been reminded of
that. You've been around the fire service a long time. What would you say some of the changes that you've seen? What are some of the more dramatic or the changes that you've noticed that really stick in your mind?
Well, I'm good at reminiscing, so this could go on forever, but I brought out to you that from going from gasoline engine to diesel engine, how we used to maybe put 30-gallon gas in a pumper a day. Now we'll maybe put 15-gallon every 2 days. And the need for a shop truck to come to the scene with the consumption of fuel and all your you know, technology and the equipment that we purchase now, it's supersedes anything. Every new piece of equipment is better for the firefighters, response, and
you were also talking about the respiratory protection, the airway protection you used to wear?
When I came on the job, we had canisters. We didn't have the self-contained breathing apparatus we have now, scuba gear. And there's a canister that fit on your back, you know, you just took out the mattress,
a filter?
Before foam rubber. You know. Back when I had regular stuffed mattresses, you know, and pine wood, no plastics at all.
The plastics putting off the more poisonous gases that we have to protect ourselves from.
And I think I brought out to you Gatorade. You know,
we were talking about that.
Everybody takes it for granted, but I can remember using a hydrant with that. Just take your helmet and crack the hydrant and drink out of it, like, you know, just a step above the horse. You know, but there's just, you know, there's a lot of changes in 25 years.
We're getting close to the end of our show here now. Is there any final comments you'd like to make in reference to being Firefighter of the Year?
Well, I would like to thank the Tampa Fire Department, all the officers, and the awards committee, especially, and the other 4 nominees, or was it 3? 3 nominees that I'm glad they didn't have gray hair. So, because they all deserved it, and really, it means a lot to you coming from your fellow firefighters.
Firefighter Locicero, any closing thoughts or comments?
Yes, I also would like to thank, even though I was recognized and feel very proud that I wasn't recognized, this was a very prolonged incident here, and right on down from my lieutenant to the incident commanders that were on the scene to the extrication technicians. It was a joint effort and couldn't have been done unless everybody pulled together and really worked as a team. So I'd like to thank everybody that was at the scene that day.
Very good, thank you. In closing, I would like to mention the Fire Department Awards Banquet. Since 1987, the Fire Department, with community support, has conducted the Fire Department Awards Banquet. This annual event recognizes outstanding feats of public service provided by firefighters and civilians during the previous year. Prior award winners have been cited for such heroic actions as police officers rescuing trapped victims from burning buildings before the fire department could arrive, firefighters extricating patients from burning autos, and civilians providing life-saving measures such as first aid or CPR. Hopefully you will agree that people who perform brave actions such as these, risking their very lives to help others, should be recognized. This year we are proud to announce that the awards banquet will be held at the Tampa Airport Hilton at Metro Center on Friday, October 15th, 1993. Once again, we are asking for community support of the annual Fire Department Awards Banquet. If you would like to know how your company can become involved, or you would like more information on this worthwhile event, please contact Mrs. Maureen Patricio at 227-7011. Thank you for being with us today.
Okay, they probably got the script in the shower.